Hi everyone, it's Sarah, the owner and maker behind Multifarious Nature. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a special guest. This is little Maverick. We'll see if he ends up snoring through the video. He tends to do that when he gets tired, but we'll see how that goes. Um, if you are a new viewer, welcome, and you get to meet Maverick in this video. If you are a returning viewer, welcome back. I'm so glad that you guys are here. Yeah, so if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe by hitting the subscribe button below. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified when I post new videos. I try to post videos weekly. Little Maverick's not always in all the videos, but he's joining me today. All right, get into the shop update. That's usually what I try to do first. And I actually have some new yarn I dyed up, you guys. So I was busy dyeing yarn yesterday. This may be a bit of a video, so I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, if you have your knitting with you or something to work on while you listen or something to drink, make sure you have a beverage available because we're going to get into this one. I have a feeling it's going to be a long video. All right. So first are the new colorways. So I dyed up some mystery minis. I'm not going to show you this week the mystery minis I dyed up though, but I did dye up some more to add to the mystery mini collection. So if you ever order a mystery mini, you will get a 10 or 20 gram mini skein that is randomly chosen. And if you order anything else, I try to match up with kind of along the lines of the colors that you're ordering. If you do have a preference, a color preference, and you order a mystery mini, definitely contact me and let me know. But we're going to also get into the other colorways that I dyed up. So the first one, let's see here. I brought a couple of the bases for this first one because, yeah, you really just need to see it on the different bases. It looks very semi-different and it's quite beautiful. I love this colorway so much. So this one is Aurora, and yes, that is the Sleeping Beauty reference. So I have it on, gosh, I have it on like a whole bunch of bases. I've got it on my Surrey Alpaca, which is this one. And it's a beautiful variegated, soft variegation, like reds, pinks, purples. And there is some subtle speckling. You don't see it too much in the Surrey. It's really hard to see speckling in Surrey because of all the fuzziness of it. But there's some yellow and like dark blue speckling in it. You can kind of see it here. This is the non-superwash merino nylon blend that I have. It is a nice high twist. This is non-superwash if you're looking for that. But you can see all the same beautiful colors, the richness, and then the speckling. There's just some slight speckling throughout. And then we've got this one. I do have it on my Stellina base. It has 5% Stellina in it. You can really see the redness in this one, where it looks very like pink and very muted in some of the others. The redness really stuck out in this one. This is a superwash merino nylon and Stellina blend. You can really see that nice sparkle. It is a beautiful variegated yarn, and I just have to show you it untwisted. I always try to take photos of my skeins untwisted and twisted so that you guys can really see that. But yeah, there's some nice, just subtle speckling throughout. Beautiful sparkle in the Stellina. I love Stellina. I have yet to knit with any of my Stellina bases, so that is on my list of my next projects to be doing some Stellina. I just need to get through some of my projects that I currently have on my needles because I have a lot on the needles. Okay, so that is Aurora, which is gorgeous. Oh, such a pretty colorway. This is also a limited run colorway. I've been doing that quite a bit lately, which means that everything that's in the shop will be the only dyed up colorways of it. So once it's gone, it's gone. I did not record the recipe. So this is a limited run colorway. And the next one is another kind of, I want to say like a Disney oriented. I think it's a Disney movie, pretty sure. This one takes me way back. If you're familiar with, I think it's Swan Princess. I'm pretty sure that was the name of the movie. is Odette, so that's what this one is. And if you're not familiar with the tale of the Swan Princess, she was cursed. She's a princess who was cursed, and she turns into a swan during the day, I believe, and then at night she is a princess. But I believe she has to like return to the lake or something. There's a whole thing about it. It's a fun movie though for kids, and I loved it. So this is Odette, and it reminds me of the lake that like she went back to at night. It has this beautiful glow because this is okay. So I have it on two bases here. So this is my non-superwash merino nylon base. Again, that nice high twist. And then I also have it on my Peruvian Highland wool base. I think I have it on another one too. Yeah, I have it on my non-superwash. No, this is my non-superwash merino. I think I have it on my BFL nylon base too. It's an 80-20. I just didn't show up bring the example, but it's very similar looking to the non-superwash. So this is the Peruvian Highland wool. I love Peruvian Highland wool. I love how it takes color. I just want to show you guys the beautiful. This is a tonal. It's kind of a gray and a blue colorway. It's really beautiful, and it is tonal. So you have some. I mean, I hesitate to call it a variegated because it is nicely blended throughout, but I guess it is a slightly variegated, definitely tonal colorway. And of course, it'll get blasted out because this is a little bit closer to the actual colorway. In Michigan right now, it is nice and dark and creepy because it was beautifully sunny earlier, but we have this thing called a snowstorm that's heading our way, and it's nice and cloudy now. So, oh well. But beautiful variegated, mostly tonal. I'd say this is more of a tonal, and it is a gray blue. It's absolutely beautiful, and this is Odette. So that is, again, on a couple different bases, and this is a limited run colorway. So once it is gone, it's gone. There you go. You can kind of see the variegation now because there's some like blue going on in here, like a light blue. There's some grays. It's just a really beautiful, very water-looking oriented colorway. So that is a limited run, and what's in the shop is all that's available. So that's Odette. And then the last colorway that I dyed up, and I have it on, I think, just two bases. I'm pretty sure I have it on just my non-superwash merino nylon blend and then my merino nylon blend. And that is Fields of Gold. And this one, I know I have to be careful because it will easily get blown out, but it's a beautiful like buttercup yellow and golden colorway. And then there's little speckles throughout. You can see there's like navy, dark green speckles, and then some golden speckles throughout as well. And I just did some slight speckling. I did not go crazy. And I will untwist this so you can see it as well, because I think sometimes it's hard to tell what I mean when I say it's just slight speckling, but this is what I mean by slight speckling. Let me see if I can hold this where you can see it and it's not blasted out. So there's just some slight speckling. Say that 5 times fast. Slight speckling throughout. So there's just a nice little bit of it, touches of it here and there. So it'll add some nice dimension if you knit up something, socks, if you knit up a garment, like a little shirt or something. This would definitely be a nice subtle one. So it just adds some fun specks of color here and there. But it's mainly a tonal, but it does have, see, that nice little fun speckles throughout. So that is Fields of Gold. And that is also a limited run colorway. So once it's gone, it's gone. And I just dyed up a bunch. So I have that in the shop. I'm going to say Monday. My goal is to always have it available by end of day Sunday, but that just doesn't always happen. So definitely Monday night this will be available, or Monday afternoon. But my goal is tonight. So if you're watching this and it's Sunday night, hop on over to the website, multifariousnature.com. I'll include the links below. I always include the links to the shop items and the update that I'm talking about. So definitely click those links, and then that'll take you directly over to it. But you know, if it's not available yet, there won't be a link. It'll just say coming soon. So I'll try really quickly to get those available up on the site for you guys. So that is shop update goodness. Get that out of the way here. Maverick's doing so good. Okay, so works in progress. I've been knitting on a bunch of things, which means I did not get a lot of progress, but I've been knitting a lot on a lot of things. There you go. So first, we'll start with Vestigial, which is my socks with the base that is Nostalgia, which is a Multifarious Nature base. So that is this here. So I'm pretty sure that I finished this last week. Pretty sure. And, you know, I think I had this done last week. If I didn't, I have a finished object. I don't know if I had this finished last week, you guys. Did I? Oh my gosh. Keep me honest. If I did, hilarious. Comment in below. Say, Sarah, you finished that sock last week. Just let me know, because I did not I did not watch my video from last week to remind myself, so I'm not sure. This is my Nostalgia colorway, and it is a beautiful I would definitely call this marble lilac purple color. It's so pretty. It's so soft, and it has that, again, that subtle speckling. So there's just little fun subtle speckling throughout. Love this colorway. This is a colorway I currently have in the shop, and I will restock this colorway, at least at the moment. I'm definitely keeping it in the shop. I love this colorway. It's so pretty. And so this is a pair of socks that I'm knitting up for myself, and it's a new to me pattern, and it's working up really nicely. Really nice. I think this is going to be a nice snug fitting sock. I did have to adjust the sizing. I told you guys last week, but I did do 64 stitches instead of what the pattern recommended. So definitely keep that in mind if you tend to knit socks that are 64 stitches. And this is the progress that I've made. I am on the cuff of the second sock. That's all I've done. I don't know. I think I did this like this week. I don't know. I may not have worked on it that much this week, actually, but a little bit of progress. It is a nice pattern, though, and I have to say I love knitting this colorway. Here's what it looks like caked up. This is Nostalgia, and it just knits up beautifully. It is so pretty. It has such nice dimension to it, and it's just so, if you love purples, this is a really nice purple. So that's the Vestigial Sock, and that's by Beata Jezik, and you can find it on Ravelry. That's where I got it, so I'll put the link below for that. And this is a free pattern. It has a really pretty slip stitched heel as well. So loving this so far. I hope they are comfortable to wear. We will find out. Okay, so the next thing I worked on, I'm trying to go through these a little bit quickly, but you know, there's a lot of project. Okay. Tea. I think I talked about this other video. So good. Pineapple mint. Really good stuff. Alright. Anyway. Slouchy Brioche socks. So these are by Kari. I'm looking at her name because I wrote it down. Kari Sinks. And it is in my Scarecrow colorway by Multifarious Nature. And I did make progress on this one. So I'm pretty sure I was about here last. I don't like to put progress keepers on my socks, but I probably should, because these are definitely taking longer than my normal vanilla sock. However, the process of making it is a lot of fun. It is brioche. So you've got this wonderful 1x1 ribbing up here. This is a free pattern. And then this awesome brioche. I don't want to stretch it too much or I'll stretch it right off the needles. But you can see I've definitely made some progress. I think I got at least like an inch or so, which is not much, but I only knit on this the other day. But I love this colorway and how it's knitting up. So this is Scarecrow, which is a super fun colorway. It is a limited run colorway. I do have some available in the shop currently on a couple various bases. Definitely merino nylon blends usually. Then they're all fingering weight usually. That's kind of my go-to. Fingering or lace weight tends to be what I would like to work with. But this, I just love it. So it's got all this wonderful, there's speckling, there's some slight variegation. I know this is going to get so blasted out because the lighting in here is just, yeah, but it's so pretty. And there's just this like pinks, there's this wonderful like tangerine orange in here, and then the green speckles and navy speckles and brown speckles, and this is Scarecrow. So this is definitely based off of The Wizard of Oz, and it is just as though as Dorothy is approaching Scarecrow in the fields. These are like the flowers that are in the fields and colors from Scarecrow, and that is what Scarecrow is. So loving this. This is going to be a super fun pair of socks, and based off of the way the pattern is going to end up, it's supposed to be like kind of like leg warmers. And then, you know, it's fitted more on the foot, but it's going to be like leg warmers up the sock. So this part is definitely taking some time, but I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm really liking this pattern, but it is taking time because brioche takes time. And maybe come here, Kia. So just take some patience to get through, but I will get there. It will it will be finished eventually. But it's fun. I think, especially for projects like this, where it's brioche, where it's a slow-going project, it takes a while. It's really nice to have a fun, variegated, speckled colorway like this, because it really kind of, you get rewarded every row, every stitch. You just get this progress of a different color or something going on, and that just really keeps you going, because especially with single color brioche, I feel like two color brioche has the motivation, but single color brioche takes a lot more motivation, and when you have all the speckling and stuff going on, it makes it feel like it's two color brioche. So really fun. I'm loving this pattern, and yeah, my lighting's gonna come in and out throughout this video, you guys. I'm sorry. It's just the nature of the beast. It's dark and creepy. Well, it's also 5 o'clock here. Wow, I can't believe it's 5 o'clock in Western Michigan, and the sun goes down very early here, so there it is. Excuse me. Okay, so now we're going to go into Forester Sweater, which is by Olga Potano, and I've been working on it, and I love it. I'm finally on the ribbing on the base. I don't know, you guys. I love all these wonderful superwash or non-superwash yarns that are fingering weight. I love it. And the super small needles, I love it. But I think my hands needed a break from that, and so that's why I did work on my sweater this week, which I needed. I really needed, because these are nice big ones. So I didn't work on it a lot. I did not. But I did get down to the ribbing. So the ribbing is a really fun ribbing. This is a paid for pattern. Wow, this is going to really get blasted out. Let's see here. There we go. It is a really fun ribbing. I can't give it away because it's a paid for pattern, but it's really cute. And there's going to be a couple inches of that at the bottom, and then I'll be on the sleeves. I'll be on the sleeves. I might actually be able to wear this sweater before summer when I can't wear it, because this is 100% wool. This is Lion's brand, so pretty accessible. I mean, this is from Joann Fabrics. You can probably get it at Hobby Lobby. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it's Lion brand. So it is pretty readily available here in the United States. More affordable type yarn. And then this is Puzzledopi, which is Icelandic wool, which is not readily available in the United States. I mean, certain places you can get it. I got it from Webs. Well, no, I did not get it from Webs. You can get it from Webs. Actually, I think I got this one from Webs, but you can buy it directly from the Istex. I think that's how you say it, Istex, out of Iceland, and it's actually less expensive than buying it from a store here in the U.S., which is insane, and it takes maybe 2 weeks to get it, I don't know about now, but when I bought it recently, it took about 2 weeks to get it. So it's not bad when you think it's coming from Iceland to Michigan. There you go. Um, but it is Icelandic wools, very warm. This is gonna be super toasty, super cozy. And I measured it up against one of the sweaters that I really like to wear. I didn't really measure it against the pattern because I usually tend to like, my sweaters longer than what the pattern recommends. So I just took it against my one of my favorite sweaters I like to wear. It's a pattern by Melanie Hoffman, and I can't remember the name of it. The Forager. I think it's the Forager. This is Forester. I think it's the Forager. That one. I love that sweater. I wear it all the time. And I measured this length against that so that I'd make sure it was a good length. But it's going really well. And I'm enjoying working on this ribbing. It's a nice change from just stockinette. Not that I mind stockinette. Stockinette's wonderful. But I don't know. I'm just loving it. It's a lot of fun. And it's nice to work with this rustic yarn. And it's definitely nice just to change up the needle size. I think your hands need that. Especially if you're someone who I say fortunate because I consider myself quite fortunate when I do get to knit as much as I do. So for those of us that are fortunate enough to be able to knit as much as we do, that your hands start to hurt, it is nice to have the various needle sizes to work with. So I will go on to my next project that I worked on this week. I worked on 4 projects, which is excessive, which is why I didn't do much on my Vestigial Socks, because this is the project I worked on the most this week, so you will see the most progress because it is one of my Advent projects. So this is Advent Envy by Amanda Rios. It is a new pattern as of this year, and I'm using Emma's Yarn Advent, which was my Christmas gift this year, and I made huge progress. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. Maverick's gonna talk to us now. Okay, so here is where I was last week. I was up here just before this yellow, and then I did the bind off on the edge. This pattern is so much fun, you guys. So much fun. I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna do this again. I think for next year, because I think I'll do an Advent again next year. Either I will create an Advent or I'm gonna ask for it for Christmas again. I love yarn Advents are the best presents, you guys. They really are. They are the gift that keeps on giving. So I bound off in pattern. This is a paid for pattern, and then pick up stitches, and then I'm doing now. Oh, I'm sorry, Maverick. He just gets beamed with the needle. He's gonna give me the stink eye now. Okay. Oh my word. Alright, so now I am working with the rest of the colors, doing this beautiful fading. I am absolutely loving this so much. So my favorite part so far definitely was the slip stitch sections, which is like a lot of the shawl with slip stitch. But now we are getting into this, and I am on, I think, 21 or 22. I'm on day 22 out of 25 colors. So I'm almost done, you guys. I'm almost done. Which I'm not like trying to rush through it, but it would be kind of nice to finish a project. I've got a lot of projects on the needles, and it would be really good to start getting them off. And then I want to start really working through the yarns I've dyed up and some stash yarn, making some making some gifts for people that I have promised gifts to and haven't made them yet. I need to do that. So yes, but that is when I get this off. That'll be one project off the needles. I feel like out of all the projects, this or a pair of socks are gonna be my next project I'll be finishing. But isn't this so pretty? It's so pretty, and it's just such a unique pattern. And I'm really curious as to how this is gonna look. You can see how this is twisting quite a bit here on this one edge. It's yeah, for some reason, like this is definitely twisting quite a bit, so I'm hoping when I block it, it will not be twisting as much. It's a superwash merino nylon blend. It's super soft. It's 80/20, which I love 80/20. I love 75/25 as well for socks and everything, but yeah, this is Emma's yarn. So she did a lot, like much more vibrant colors than the colors that I dyed up for my advent. So these are hers, and she definitely did a fun kind of a spin off of rainbow, it feels like. But she went from kind of like a purpley color and blues, purpley, let's see, dark blue, purpley, teal, and then to blues to green, and then yellow, orange, red, and now she's going kind of into pink, and then it will, I think, go between pink and purple until the end, which is, I think, like a pink is the last day. So it's really fun, vibrant advent. So I have extras from this as well. So in here, kind of see, I've got a bunch of my little minis from her advent that I have left over in here. So I know I'll be able to, again, make another thing. These advents give you a lot of yarn. They just do. So, I mean, I easily will be able to make something else with the remnants of Emma's yarn as well as my Multifarious Nature advent. And then, I mean, you can kind of see behind me, I started to mix things up here for you guys. So I have a bunch of the shawls that I've made in here, and this is my Multifarious Nature advent shawl. And I just plopped them in there, and that way it's nice and easily accessible. It's not hidden, because if I put it in my closet, I know I have to kind of dig, and I'll probably just use the same shawls all the time because they're easy and quick to grab. So if I keep them here, easy and quick to grab, but visible, I'll be able to pick each one and kind of go through and make sure I use them. And yeah, this is readily available when I'm trying to leave the house, so that will be good for use purposes. But that's my Advent Envy shawl. So I am loving it. Absolutely loving it. I think I rushed through all of this so fast because I wanted to make sure that I got everything in. Oh my word. My face is still so red. I went shopping, and I just got back from the food store, and it was so hot in the food store because, okay, it's freezing outside. I think it's like 17 degrees or something Fahrenheit. It's very cold. It's very cold. And then, so I had my wool hat on, I had my wool scarf, I had my warm winter coat, and my mask. And I went into the food store, and it was fine when I first got in there because it was freezing walking through the parking lot, so I was glad to be so bundled. But once I got about halfway done shopping, it always takes me about an hour. And once I was about halfway done shopping, I was not freezing. I was hot. I was hot. See, Maverick feels bad for me. I was so hot. So my face is still red, and I've been home for, I'd say, about an hour now. So I still have red, like a red face from being so warm, but that's why I'm so thirsty. I'm parched from shopping. Okay, so what else? Well, that is, again, my Advent Envy shawl, which I am highly recommending this pattern. I have not finished it yet. I haven't blocked it, but I think this is going to be an excellent shawl pattern even for scraps, guys. I have so many scraps. You can't really see this. Maybe you hear. I'll try to twist this, and hopefully you won't get sick. I'm moving the camera. Whoa. Okay. So these are all like either from a Hobby Lobby. They have those like little mini sets where you get like, I think 4 or 5. I think 5 little balls on a like tube thing. And so I've got a lot of those, and then a lot of these are like remnants of things. This is another one of those, but like this is a remnant of something that my mom gave me. It's a really beautiful colorway, pretty wool. And then I've got like like some minis in here, all kinds of stuff. Like this is remnant type stuff. So things like this would be really good for like ornaments. I really want to make an ornament out of something like this where it's so small. But then, you know, these kind of things though, the ones that were like those stacked ones, those would be really good because those are minis, you know, those are probably about 20 grams or 10 grams or something, and that would be more than enough for doing a shawl like this, you know, pattern that's made for minis. And then, oh, here, just give you a little mini quick tour here. I got this really cool jar that I put like all my little itty bitty scraps when I cut off, when I weave in my ends, and I put them in here. And then my goal is when I make little ornaments or little stuffed critters out of actual wool, that I will use this as stuffing instead of, you know, like that polyfill type stuff. Instead of that, I'll use this because then I know it will be good and washable because it's wool. So yeah, that's a good way to use the scraps. I just hate throwing it out. I don't want to throw it out, especially the wool that's been hand dyed. Even if it's like a little scrap, I hate throwing it out. I feel bad about that. And if you don't, that's totally fine. But I do. Like, I just do. Especially since I hand dye yarn and I know the process that goes into it and the time, and they're so beautiful. Like, I just don't want to throw them out. Even if they're hidden and stuffed in something. Come here. Even if they're hidden and stuffed in something, I'd rather have them hidden and stuffed in something than thrown out in the garbage. But anyway. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, buddy. Okay, sit. Stay. Good boy. Merrick's really good listener. Very good listener. All right, so I guess now I'll just talk about life update stuff real quick. Now we're getting longer in our video. But life update. So I'd say life update, definitely want to work through more stash. That's for sure. You know, I have nothing against stash yarn. I clearly am a fan of it. And I have more than that, you guys. It's terrible. I've got like a whole nother shelf full of yarn. And then on top of that, it's not terrible. It's good. I've got a whole nother shelf that has more like hand spun and then roving and everything for hand spinning. And other sock yarn, like bins of sock yarn. Because my goal is I really want to start making more socks. Not only for myself, because I love hand knit socks. They're so comfortable. But, you know, for other people that are going to wear them, I will make them socks. So I definitely want to do that too. And yeah, I love having a stash, especially with everything going on. I think it's okay to have a couple skeins available in case, you know, you're just not able to go to the store. Then you'll at least know that you have it available and you'll be okay. You'll be okay. You want to make sure you can knit, right? You don't want to not have your yarn to knit. So I don't think I'll have that problem. I think I'll be good for a while. My goal is to try to not buy yarn. If someone gives it to me, then that's one thing. But if I buy it, it needs to be for a specific project. I do not want to keep buying yarn at the moment, just because I have readily available yarn to access, and I need to use it, especially the yarn I've hand dyed too. I really need to use that so you guys can see it in case you're wondering what's gonna look like knit up. I want to be able to show you that. So that's like some of my goals right now when it comes to like yarn, knitting, things like that. So that's life update for my goals. And then other life updates, so very exciting. I actually am going to be starting a new job, so that's really exciting. And that literally just happened this past week, and I did put in my 2-week notice, so I'm really excited. You know, it's always a little nerve-wracking when you start a new job because you just never know, but I have a really good feeling about this. I have prayed over it a lot, and this came to pass, so I'm really excited and very hopeful that this will be a good move for me, and not only for me, but for my family. And it'll be closer to home, which is really nice. It's always good to be closer to home. And very similar job to what I did prior. So in an office setting, but it will be for a larger company. So I'm excited about the new possibilities and learning new things, meeting new people, and yeah, I think it's going to be really great. So I'm excited about that. So I'd love to hear like what you guys are up to. What are some life updates going on for you right now? You can comment below. I would love to hear from you, and just let me know what's going on in your neck of the woods. Like I said, here it's very cold, and it is definitely winter. We were supposed to be getting more snow tonight, and we definitely had snow last night. So we got a good couple of inches. I'd say a good 4 to 5 inches last night, just overnight. Woke up and there was a bunch of snow, so we shoveled. Excellent exercise. Light and fluffy snow because it's very cold out. So we did that, and just doing some cleaning around the house and that kind of thing, and running the dogs around in the snow outside because, yeah, we didn't really go on any hike. It's very cold, so the hike is not on the list. But yeah, that's what's exciting going on in our life. Maverick is chilling, living the best dog life. Rory's not; she's out in the other room. But yeah, this is one of our dogs. For those of you that are newer, or if you've been with me for a while and you don't know, I live in West Michigan with like Southwest Michigan with my husband Dan and our two dogs, Maverick and Rory. This is Maverick. He is a mini Aussie, but a very large mini. He's 46 pounds and fluffy. And Rory is like a terrier pointer mix, and they both keep us quite busy running about. So yeah, that is that. So I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to hear what you're doing. I hope you are staying happy, healthy, and I hope you're creating. I hope you're making something and having fun and just living your best life. So hope you have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care. Bye.